Whatever the setbacks of the moment, nothing can stop us now. Whatever the difficulties, Africa shall be at peace. However improbable it may sound to the skeptics, Africa will prosper.
More than anything, Unisa must be celebrated as a pioneer of the distance education model, an enduring gift not only to South Africa, the continent, but to the human civilization in the knowledge arena the world over.
Education is the light in a dark room. It's the spark of a dream, a passport to the future, and the seed of generational change. Through education, we reflect on yesterday and define tomorrow. Rooted in South Africa and the African continent, Unisa can truly claim to be the African university in the service of humanity. Unisa stands at the pinnacle of education through open distance e-learning, with a footprint of students in more than 100 countries worldwide. Since the founding of the university in 1873 as an examining body, we have been a trailblazer. Unisa is the first and only institution in South Africa to carry our country's name with pride, and the first public university in the world to exclusively teach by means of distance education, an ever-changing dynamic university with a global reach. Unisa's history spans the entire modern history of South Africa, opening up a world of academic study opportunities for former activists and struggle heroes, thought leaders, business people, legal experts, acclaimed entertainers, and sports stars. The university takes pride in almost 1 million alumni, with 10 alumni chapters internationally, making their mark in diverse fields and capabilities. Some of the noteworthy alumni include President Nelson Mandela, Thabo Mbeki, who is also the Chancellor and custodian of the university's Calabash Awards, current President Cyril Ramaphosa, former South African Reserve Bank Governor Joe Marcus, and current one, Lesetja Kganyago. Internationally, Reserve Bank governors of Eswatini and Namibia, to name but a few. At Unisa, the World Wide Web is our educational playground, but we also have beautiful and impressive campuses. Unisa's Makelneuk campus is located in the city of Tshwane and is a major landmark of the capital city. The Florida campus in Johannesburg is Unisa's Science Campus, housing state-of-the-art infrastructure and laboratory equipment. Unisa has 6 regional hubs including Ethiopia and multiple centers across the country. We have embraced the fact that we need to adapt quickly to the fast-paced higher education environment of the 21st century, and this is reflected in our management style and leadership practice. In articulating her vision, the new Principal and Vice-Chancellor of the University of South Africa, the first black woman to be appointed at the helm of Unisa, Professor Buleng Linkabola, shared that Unisa is well placed to address society's most demanding challenges by using research to meaningfully transform the lives of those in our communities. To this end, Unisa is working on the following catalytic niche areas. Marine studies. As a discipline, marine studies covers field-specific studies like marine ecology and biology to policy-related studies like marine spatial planning and coastal economies. Many other areas of marine research and studies are covered in this niche area. Aviation and aeronautical studies. Aviation and aeronautical studies covers specializations in areas as diverse as aeronautical engineering and aerospace safety, and South Africa's 18 airports forms a major role player for passengers and goods transitioning to and from our country. This is a niche that supports a major component of the country's economy. Automotive studies. The South African automotive industry is projected to grow from 600,000 to 1.4 million vehicles a year in production. There is major potential to be explored in Unisa's commitment to automotive studies. In 2022, students from the Department of Mechanical Engineering participated in the Sasol Solar Challenge with their solar-powered car that travels from Johannesburg to Cape Town without using a single drop of fuel. Energy studies. Unisa's Institute for Development of Energy for African Sustainability specializes in designing chemical processes, reducing material and energy consumption, as well as carbon dioxide emissions. Space studies and square kilometer array. Unisa has been extensively involved in the $1 billion square kilometer array project since 2012. The Unisa Observatory, situated on the main campus, is a modern, well-equipped facility housing a 14-inch telescope where the College of Science, Engineering and Technology offers undergraduate courses in astrophysics and astronomy with specialization up to PhD level. Fourth Industrial Revolution and Digitalization. The fourth industrial revolution can be described as the advent of cyber-physical systems, involving entirely new capabilities for people and machines. Examples include genome editing and new forms of machine intelligence. The College of Graduate Studies will support and promote studies into 4IR and digitalization, while the Graduate School of Business Leadership presents a short learning program on big data. Natural sciences. The simplest definition of biotechnological studies is applied biology. Through the application of biological knowledge and techniques to develop products or services, Unisa's College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences is one of the main partners in the African Biogenome Project, a coordinated Pan-African effort piloting a project with a key objective of sequencing 100,000 endemic species. Health and/or pharmaceutical studies. The Department of Health Studies is prepared for the challenge of equipping their students with research skills and expertise in the field of health and pharmaceutical studies. The UNESCO Unisa Africa Chair in Nanoscience and Nanotechnology is leading the international research into the nano-delivery of medicinal drugs, including African herbal medicine. The College of Law offers an elective undergraduate model on medical law. Feminist, womanist, Busadi theorizations. In the College of Human Sciences, the Institute for Gender Studies, the College of Education and the Graduate School of Business all contribute to the interdisciplinary research into eliminating gender-based violence, homophobia and transphobia, and discrimination against women in the workplace and the political arena. The Institute also uses education about gender as an effective way to achieve gender equality and the empowerment of women. Student support and co-curricular activities. Unisa is uniquely placed to offer creative and radically innovative ways of enhancing student support. Unisa's College of Graduate Studies has developed a whole range of training programs to assist and encourage students. The Advocacy and Resource Center for Students with Disabilities promotes the principle of access for success, and the Student Development Division provides students with social support and leadership development services. These niche areas find expression in the rich tapestry of our disciplines included in the College of Accounting Sciences, Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, Economic and Management Sciences, Education, Graduate Studies, Human Sciences, Law, Science, Engineering and Technology, the Graduate School of Business Leadership, and the Thabo Mbeki School of Public and International Affairs. As a comprehensive open-distance e-learning institution, Unisa is recognized as a serious player in research globally. From publication and journal output to the number of master's and doctoral graduates, we are moving forwards and upwards. Unisa has made substantial progress in research and innovation, as evidenced by several external and credible scientific ranking systems, with the latest ones, the 2023 Webometrics and Shanghai rankings, placing us in the top 10 universities in the country. As Africa's leading open-distance e-learning university, we can reflect with great pride on the past 150 years of transformational education, and we are confident in our ability to succeed and become a truly high-performance university as we define tomorrow.
The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university, shaping futures in the service of humanity. We congratulate all our students for having walked this journey with us. And today, we celebrate you for having successfully completed your qualifications. To you we say, Halala. To all our graduates and diplomandi in this ceremony, please pay attention to the following instructions. For degree qualifications, a graduations officer will signal degree candidates to rise and approach the stage. You will need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand with your hood already draped over your shoulders. One of the official photography officers will take the yellow photography card from you. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up onto the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand in your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. You will then proceed towards the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor or Acting Vice Chancellor and kneel with your right knee on the stool. At this point, your degree will be conferred. You will then proceed to the next official who will congratulate you by shaking your hand. Continue towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Turn and face the audience and remember to stand on the mat with feet markers in front of the registrar and smile for the camera. A second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table at the far right to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. For postgraduate and undergraduate diploma candidates, you will also be wearing your hoods before entering the hall. You will be signaled by a graduations officer to rise and approach the stage. You need to have your seat ticket and the yellow photography card in your right hand. A graduations officer will then indicate to you where you need to wait at the bottom of the stairs and when you may proceed to go up to the stage and stand on the mat with feet markers next to the podium. You will hand your seat card to the dean or college representative. Turn and face the audience and look towards the photographer for your first on-stage photograph. The dean or college representative will announce your details and hand you back your seat card. Proceed towards the registrar standing at the end of the stage. Stop in front of the registrar and stand on the mat with feet markers. Turn and face the audience. Your second on-stage photograph will be taken at that moment. Leave the stage by the stairs closest to the registrar. Proceed to the table on the far right of the stage to receive your certificate. After receiving your certificate, proceed down the stairs to the foyer area, where a head and shoulders photograph will be taken. You will then be directed to return to your seat. We hope that you will enjoy this occasion. The University of South Africa prides itself for being the African university.
By virtue of the powers vested in me as acting Vice-Chancellor, I constitute this gathering a congregation of the University of South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, we request you to join us in silent prayer or meditation to give thanks for the achievements being celebrated on this occasion. I request you to give a minute's silence. Thank you. Please be seated. Good morning, parents. Molweni, ninjani, anisebahle. Kodwa anibogqithi aba. They are more beautiful than you are. Good morning, my friends. Afternoon, by the way. Thank you. It is great pleasure to share the intensity of emotions filling this hall as you close an important chapter in your story, in your life stories. I want to congratulate you now, as you are nervous about strutting on the red carpet, but I'll also do that after you've done the long walk. After the deed, I will congratulate you once again. We all know that as a Unisa student, you have gone through more hills than valleys to be seated where you are. That is because simply registering at an institution where self-discipline is a crucial key to your success is in itself a brave step. It is remarkable that almost half of the students who register at Unisa, of the more than close to 500,000 students who register at Unisa, 50% are going to university for the first time, and Unisa is their first experience at university. This is saying a lot about our young people and their maturity. This means that you are young and fresh people, and you are fresh from secondary school. When you are young and you do not need spoon feeding, you are going to reach very far. And you will be independent in every site of action after graduating. Aristotle says, through discipline comes freedom. The discipline that you have managed over these years before you came to sit here is going to bring you more freedom. That's what we want as a university. I just want to say that the most heartening thing in South Africa is the number of teachers who improve their qualifications. Today we'll probably graduate about 50 plus teachers who probably are already working as teachers, but are improving. This is a serious commitment because these people are actually investing in the nation to make us have qualified people improving education. Education is the key to building a nation. So if these colleagues here who are teachers improve their education, they mean they want to improve the quality of our human capacity in the nation. And I hope that in some way or the other, these colleagues from the College of Education will be acknowledged by not just this congregation, but all South Africans, that this is very important. I've started the wrong way by talking before I introduced myself. Now I can introduce myself. I am Monde Ntwasa, and I am acting here as Vice Chancellor to represent our Vice Chancellor, Professor Boleng Linkabula. I'm not alone. I'm also accompanied by our regional registrar, acting registrar, our acting registrar, Professor Mukhashwa, our regional director, Mr. Huang, and we also have acting executive director, institutional advancement, Ms. N. Nwabi. We also have representatives from colleges. From the College of Graduate Studies, we have Professor G. Baloyi, college representative. We have from the College of Law, Professor O.J. Okole, who's acting executive dean in the College of Law. We also have from the College of Economic and Management Sciences, Professor T.E. Nenjelele, Director of School of Public and Operations Management. We also have Dr. N.V. Moraga, Director, School of Management Sciences. From the College of Human Sciences, we have Dr. S. Naidu. And from the College of Science, Engineering and Technology, we have Prof. N. Keto. From the College of Agriculture and Environmental Sciences, we are represented by Professor Mukudwana. And from College of Education, we've got Professor R.J. Tabane, who is Director of School of Educational Studies, and Professor A.V. Mudau. And we also have got from College of Accounting Sciences, Dr. M.T. Hlongwane, who's Executive Dean there, and Mrs. N. Dumalisile, College representative from the Accounting Sciences. From the School of Business Leadership, we have Professor Mulife. We also have representatives from the Eastern Cape region who are critical in making these arrangements that we see here. We have Dr. Sichange, Dr. Ndlela, Ms. Holomisa, Mr. Gada, Mr. Noto, Ms. Somteu, Ms. Daniels, and Ms. Dyer. And then, of course, we want to acknowledge the members of administrative staff in the Graduation Division, the Department of Facilities Management, Multimedia Center, who make all of this possible, Department of Human Resources, and the East London Regional Office. Now, I must also acknowledge the presence of our Regional Student Representative Council, members of the Eastern Cape Student Representative Council, who are also present here today. Now, in congratulating our students, I want to invite you to really celebrate this day. I know you're nervous, but once you get onto the red carpet here, it's all going to go away. And I want you to show your appreciation to these people and make them proud. They are very proud of you. Also, these people this side, they are also very proud of you. So make them really realize their dreams by seeing you walking down here with pride. And also the parents, please show your appreciation that you really, I know it's hot today, so you're probably not having that strength. But just for this 1 hour, just show. Ndiyacela ke bethu nabantu abayizelayo bayizele ngesiXhosa Nkosi yami. Not ngesiNgesi. Uba ukwazi uyizela uyeke. Don't scream. Ululate. Masiyizele ngesiXhosa please. Ndiyacela ke ndiyandibulela. I want to say congratulations. I've got lots to say after you've walked down here. But now I want it to be your moment. Congratulations and have a lovely graduation day. Thank you. Now, congregation, I'd like to invite Prof. N. Mketo, who is going to give us the Chancellor's address for this morning. Prof. Mketo.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. Molweni epondweni. Sanibonani. Goeiemiddag. Thobela. It is an honor for me to deliver the Chancellor's address on behalf of our Chancellor, His Excellency, former President of South Africa, Dr. T.M. Mbeki. But before I can start with my Chancellor's address, I would like to greet the acting Mr. Vice Chancellor, Professor Ntwasa, Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Linkabola in absentia, and the entire leadership of Unisa. Lastly, but not least, I want to pass my greetings particularly to the graduates Osingaya for today, the people to be celebrated without leaving behind their support structures, that is the parents, guardians, relatives, grandparents, husbands, wives, life partners, friends, community leaders, sponsors, just to name the few. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, all protocols are observed. Today is an exciting moment for the graduates together with the loved ones. This day reminds me of a book of Psalm 118, chapter 24. Open the quote. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Close quote. I kindly ask that you enjoy this moment to your best ability, graduates. I know that your academic journey was not easy at all, and it was never easy for anyone. Some of you struggled with the financial support, and some of you struggled with the logistics of traveling to Gauteng province for laboratory sessions for those who registered for the experimental disciplines. Some of you were struggling to balance the work and studies, and other female graduates were pregnant in the process and had to juggle between schoolwork and raising or nurturing the young ones in their families. And sadly, other graduates have mixed feelings today, because they have lost their support structures while on the academic journey. May the souls of your loved ones continue to rest in eternal peace. Even during examinations, many of you experienced challenges with the Invigilator app. Do you remember that? And some IRIS, especially the ones that were coming from the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. But what is important is that you conquered. In all these obstacles, you were resilient and you managed to pull through to the end. Our graduates deserve a decent round of applause. Colleagues, can we please clap, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. Now that you have obtained your qualification, what is next? Now please listen to me very carefully, graduates. The qualification that you will be obtaining today, it is just the beginning of many possibilities. What do I mean by that? Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, allow me to quote the book of Matthew, chapter 13, verses 3 to 8, open quote. A farmer went out to sow his seed. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. But when the sun came up, the plants were scorched and they were withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among the thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop That was 160 or 30 times what was sown, close quote. What I'm trying to emphasize here, graduates, is that now that you have earned the seed, which is a qualification, we have a responsibility to ensure that it lands in a fertile soil so that it can produce high quality crop that will be beneficial to you and your communities and also in the African continent at large. To achieve the task in front of you, you need to master the following. Be disciplined, and the discipline must begin at home with small acts like greetings, polite approach, and considering other people's feelings. The issue of feelings reminds me of Maya Angelou. Open quote, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Close quote. As Africans, the discipline should come naturally as part of Ubuntu, humanity. Therefore, in everything that you do, graduates, you must safeguard the feelings of the next person and never look down on a human being because of the qualifications that you have attained or position and the title that you have. Number 2, be authentic by sticking to your natural self without faking anyone. Live from your individual uniqueness and accept to be different from the rest of the crowd. Grow your inner strength to ensure that you are not easily distracted by external forces or peer pressure. Be honest and truthful about who you are and how you feel. Everything you do, you must have a purpose with clear, smart, achievable goals. Moreover, you must have a clear understanding of why your purpose matters. The former president, Dr. Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela, once said, open quote, what counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to live to the lives of the others that will determine the significance of the life we led, close quote. You must always consider the next person. Number 3, show high level of integrity. You must be transparent, accountable, and responsible when tasks given to you within the family, communities, school, or workplace. Furthermore, you must be trustworthy. You must be committed and loyal. Allow me, Professor Ntwasa, to quote Bob Marley, open quote, the greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he acquires, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively, close quote. Ladies and gentlemen, the seed that you are holding or that you'll be holding today, it must be buried under the soil to die, and it must be watered to produce and multiply. Therefore, you must be ready to go and do your best beyond attaining your qualification. The outside world might be thorny or rocky, but you must never forget to carry your seed with confidence so that we can move forward with tenacity. Before I can conclude, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, allow me to lead 2 lines of the famous song, Yawa Lembeu, meaning the seed has fallen with the graduates as my way of celebrating with them. This is very important because Eastern Cape is the home of the most legendary, successful South African musicians. Graduates, please assist me here. Yawa, yawa lembeu, yawa, yawa, hey, yawa, yawa lembeu, yawa, yawe lemhlabe, yawa, yawa lembeu, yawa, yawa, hey, yawa, yawa lembeu, yawa, yawe lemhlabeni. Thank you very much, graduates. Once more, congratulations. I wish you all the best with your future endeavors. Go out there and multiply. Thank you, Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor. I have to stop here for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Keto. Umabani kanti mthetho wakho? Mamki Kwalo. Thank you very much, Prof, for those wonderful words to our graduates. I think this is a good start. Also a responsibility for them. Yes, also, I felt like you were apologizing for Iris. The Iris parents is a hated invigilator by our students. They don't like Iris at all. But it is important to have oversight over the examinations to keep integrity of the qualifications of Unisa, so that when they sit there, we proudly know that they actually deserve to be there. And this is because of Iris. But it's going to get even better, Iris, now with artificial intelligence coming up. So we'll make our qualifications integrity even stronger. Also, Prof. Mkhetho has emphasized that now you've got a talent as graduates of Unisa, those qualifications, we should call them seeds, and that they have fallen on fertile ground. Now it is your responsibility to multiply them. And thank you very much, Prof. Mkhetho, for those very kind words. And also the lovely song. You're a good singer as well. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start with the conferment of the degrees and diplomas, may I kindly request you not to leave the hall, please, before the end of the ceremony. It makes the dignity, it reduces the dignity of this ceremony. If people do that, we request you not to do that, and please switch off your mobile devices or put them to a plane mode. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I shall now proceed to confer the degrees and diplomas of the university on the candidates whose names appear in the program, and I request the representatives of the colleges to present the candidates to me.
Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present the candidates for Master of Business Administration. We have Kwetiso Nosicelo. We have Ramji Jashan.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science. Thando Dlebi. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Technology Honors. Zwelibanzi Daniel. Buthule Lusiti, degree obtained with distinction. Hote Mukawa. Evodia Macy Rataba.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours. Manyano Sikela Mgadlela. Sinovuyo Nensingwane.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honours. Rosalind Katharina Berger. Noluvuyo Mbombilanga. Noneba Bawana. Isutu Mti. Natma Sami. The degree was obtained with distinction. Yanga Siam Tanda Yutu.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Tembakazi Veronica Takwebe. Muziwenkosi Clay. Pamela Cindy Likomanyane. Usisiwe Blessed Makaba. Yolanda Ntame. Kyle Smith, degree obtained with distinction. Asanda Tego.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Paraventoasa, the following candidates received the degree Bachelor of Education Honours. N. Teresa Boateng. Shabana Khatun Kasim, degree obtained with distinction. Wayne Engelbracht. Angelica Maxine Koish. Freddy Yanga Makalela. Stefan Alvain Max. Mujaji Mariam Pahlele. Wenisha Millicent Pillay.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Education. Nobuntu Vandezi, Chantel Teresa Bester, Siziwe Bly, Nosikine Porter, Sarah Lindsay Bretherton, degree obtained with distinction. Sharon Vukumbien. Leante Lucretia Dolph. Nandipa Feni. Atini Kabelana. Nosihle Kanyile. Rene Govender. Justin K. Janse van Rensbeck, degree obtained with distinction. Karen N. Jones, degree obtained with distinction. Nodumo Mbata. Asipe Mbedle. Avela Begiswana. Ravita Chantal Mesias. Nogutula Moses. Melissa Lauren Muller. Ruben Mayberg. Janine North. Pindile Lona Notinisa. Kanyisile Nompecheni. Yolisa Nongenzi. Nandipa Thelma Ntseta. Shane Olson. Shineile Shante Plakis. Hello. Amin Robertse. Sibabalwe Somana. Olwethu Chaka. Apiwe Vapi. Pegithemba Nasipi Dubeni. Zianda Angel Makashalala. Sherin Robin McDonald. Nolufefe Mlindwa. David Ian Stewart. Noguthula Jali.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received a degree of Bachelor of Commerce: Ntsikelelo Samuel Buti, Setu Felicia Heleni, Noma Africa Maseko, Anathi Sibongiseni Nase, Kwasa Sibanga. Lindokuhle Sityebi. Thandiswa Oscarine Tai.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Accounting Sciences. Austin Dixon. Linde Wenzel.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received their degree of Bachelor of Laws. Thank you. Look at the camera. Luvulethu Malikole Ncenye. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Babalwa Serenity Ngangisa receives their degree of Bachelor of Arts.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Zinhle Mitchell Ndabambi receives the degree of Baccalaureus Technology. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Oluwakemi Rahim Odiemi receives the degree of Bachelor of Science.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Deventia Annette Tom receives the Bachelor of Social Work. The degree was obtained with distinction. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Kanisile Peace Mkwale receives the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Nursing Science. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Anita Nzube. Raymond Minki Mazele.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the diploma candidates will now be introduced to you. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Accounting Sciences. Takatso Radasi. Apiwe Andisiwe Tetani.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Zikhona Baba. Nosipho Rosemary Bly. Sinethamsanqa Magadlela. Loyiso Theophilus Massimini. Somila Mur. Nolis Cindy Soplachi. Xolelwa Gillian Tuni. Noxolo Florence Xego.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, Unisa Violet Silinga receives the postgraduate diploma in the College of Education.
Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates received the postgraduate diploma in the Graduate School of Business Leadership. Unati Kauleza. Mopotiele Molteno Pedi Mashiane. Mfundo Benjamin Malemane. Kwezi Mhobo.
With distinction.
Oh, sorry about that. Kwezi Mhobo with distinction. No sipe mono. Nkosinathi Vuso wabani Ndlovu. Ntombi Cynthia Ndlovu. Nolufuzo Pamela Ndotho. Sibonisile Trajectory Ngoma. Zipho Sipika. Charmaine Vuyokazi Situnda. Faith Fezeka Tabu.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Kholisani Mokwati receives the diploma in the College of Human Sciences.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, the following candidates receive their diploma in the College of Law. Reotabetse Ntwetse Happiness Makuleni. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Unisa Ntlachwa. Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Elmari Yolandi Walton receives the diploma with distinction.
Mr. Acting Vice-Chancellor, Unisa Clive Zetumane receives the diploma in the College of Economic and Management Sciences. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidates receives the national diploma. Nontando Mfiki. There's a picture there. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor, the following candidate receives the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Honours. Mr. Acting Vice Chancellor Ritumetsi Edith Shauli receives the degree with distinction.
Did you see them? Ni babo nile. Pofuge ni silile ni khelile. Uthe nathi yes kancinci xa. Have you slaughtered the fattest cow for them? You're not saying that convincingly, no? I'm hoping that you're going to really enjoy this now after this. This is the time for celebration of defeat. It's time to sing a song of triumph, a song of victory. Ipilangom. There's no long mom our own professor from Unisa. She sang for your children. You can't even sing a little song for your children. A song of love, a song of defeat, a song of victory. No. Never born mama bin. No tata bin. Pofna nyakwazi ucula. Kanitsho ke ndive. Class of 2024. You are now officially graduates and alumni of the university. Of the University of South Africa. An institution with a rich history and a significant impact. Unisa, a university that carries the weight of the country's name, is now 150 years old and pioneered the business of long-distance learning at the tertiary level. It's a university that is larger than more than half of the country's universities combined, and has produced illustrious leaders who have made a profound impact on the world. Your association with Unisa is a source of immense pride, and achievements celebrated today is a testament to the university's legacy. Right as we are gathered here as this congregation, Unisa is preparing for a big ceremony in the most northern parts of our continent, in Eritrea, near the Red Sea, where 10 Masters of Law graduates who are leaders in the government of Eritrea are being graduated by Unisa today. That shows the impact of this university. It also shows the importance of South Africa in Africa. That contribution that we are making in many different fields, and as Unisa, we are very proud to be part of that contribution by the nation. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us give a big hand to the class of 2024. Now, I have so many things that I want to say to you. I don't even know where to start, really, because obtaining a qualification at university especially is extremely important to the nation. The people you see here who are major contributors to the fiscus, to the tax of the nation, actually invest more to your qualifications than you realize. Of course, I know I come from them. I feel the pain of education, the cost of it and everything. But the majority of our education at university actually comes from the public funds. So what you have done is important, not just for you, but also for the nation. And that's why we celebrate here. And we hope that Unisa has made a difference in you. We hope that you are different now than you were when you registered for the first time at Unisa. A properly educated person walks, speaks, and interacts with other people with a sense of purpose, and in measure, they are different before they went through the process than they were after, because they've got an increased, they're supposed to have an increased awareness of the world. You are now ambassadors of Unisa, and we would hope that after interacting with Unisa, we will feel very proud of you, what you do out there, and the people here will feel very proud of you when you leave here. You are going to be on the different side of the counters now. You used to be on the begging side of the campus. Now you're going to be on the serving side of the campus, of the counters. We hope that you will serve people with diligence, with humility, and with respect. That when people come to your desks, they will leave happier than they were they will feel over the moon. We hope that people who come to be served by you in your places of work will not be broken when they leave your desks. They will want to stay with you forever. That will make us proud. Remember what Einstein says about education, that education is what remains after one has forgotten what they have learned in school. You were trained, but most of the time, Unisa gave you content. Now, you must produce and create products and outcome out there in the community. The content that you learned in the modules is not there in the real life in the way it was given to you, but you acquired skills now to be productive, to be creative, to create more out of what you've got. Prof. Mketo told you, you're holding a talent now, it's time to multiply it. You've got a seed, it's time to multiply. We know it has fallen on fertile ground. Then go and serve our people. Now, I want to talk about something that is very important, that we continue to preach at Unisa, especially in platforms like this one, about our graduates, especially our youth in general, and their relationship with the economy. I read, when I arrived at the airport yesterday, attracted by a edition of the Daily Dispatch, which was sitting at the travel agent's counter. It was the 15th of May, which was last week. It is reported there on the front page of the Daily Dispatch that the Eastern Cape lost 77,000 jobs between January and today. That means that in the Eastern Cape, after Christmas, 77,000 families were blown. Were given a big blow. Now, let's take the nuclear family. Nuclear family in an urban area consists of 4 people. Mother, father, 2 children, and then there'll be 2 cars and 2 dogs. If there are 4 people, 77,000 families, realize that almost 500,000 South Africans were dealt a big blow after Christmas because someone in their family lost the ability to earn income. And there are promises all the time to provide jobs, as we know. In the Eastern Cape, with about 3 million people plus, 500,000 people is a lot of people. So, we want to talk to our graduates particularly, and especially the youth in general, that those things you're holding there are not passports for looking for jobs, for seeking jobs. They are actually passports for survival, to live. Don't think that those things mean that you must now go and look at newspapers and look for jobs. Create jobs. It's time for our graduates to be job makers instead of job seekers. We are working very hard as a university to integrate our graduates into the economy as job makers. And I would request you all to keep in touch with your SRC leadership there, after you've graduated, so that you are in the loop about what we as a college are doing to assist you. It's one thing me telling you be job makers and not job seekers, and then I don't give you the facility to do that. We are trying to help you to make you business people in different fields. This Saturday, we are meeting here in East London, on Friday, in fact, as an ecosystem of people, the university, the government, hosted by Unisa, the business people, to discuss how we can make Eastern Cape youth business people in the farming area, agribusiness, as well as in environmental enterprise. This can be done in other disciplines as well. We've got about 50 educators today. If you're an educator today, why do you need to look for a job? You don't. A teacher does not need to ask and beg anybody for a job because education is so necessary. You just need a business plan and your computer and a shack somewhere. That's all you need. And you make a lot of money. Similarly with law, similarly with computer scientists, similarly with accountants, all these people do not need to be employed. It's clear that jobs are not going to come overnight, so there is a window. If you close the door, God opens the window. Take the window. Do not look for jobs, make jobs. The certificates will help you do that. Talk to your SLC. We want, as a university, to help you do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, with those words, I just want to say what a pleasure it is to be here this afternoon and experience what I've just experienced. I see, as these ladies and gentlemen are walking down, a certain sense of responsibility. Some of them want to smile, but it does not really come. I think they fear something about the future. They don't fear that there's going to be celebrations tonight in restaurants everywhere, but they have a feeling that now they've reached a milestone, giving them new responsibilities. But we celebrate with them. So I'm going to request them to undo those roles that you just check that your papers are correct. That they've got that mark that makes sure that a Unisa degree can never be stolen, can never be replicated. You can't photocopy, you can't get it any otherwise. That paper you've got is foolproof. It can't be replicated by anybody. Make sure that it is. And please stand up, ladies and gentlemen. And let's show them that side. No, by waving very gracefully. Yeah? Thank you so much. Congratulations. Please sit down. Fathers, mothers, brothers and sisters, do you want to acknowledge these ladies and gentlemen just by standing and saying with a loud voice, thank you. Lastly, I want to also let you know that as much as many people might not agree, the proudest people today are these ones, because they can see their contribution bearing fruit, because for us, this is fruit. Their fruit is still coming. They must still work for it. This is the beginning of their fruit, what they've achieved now. These people are very proud. And the worst part of it is that they are human beings, and they have to push students who experience terrible difficulties in their lives, but we expect the same result from all of them. And sometimes as lecturers, we are aware that yes, we are pushing for this assignment, but student A is really experiencing terrible hills to climb in order to get to the assignments. And we need to then adopt a humanness. And so it is very nice for them when they are at this stage and seeing this happening in front of them. But I'm going to request them to stand and bow to these ladies and gentlemen to say hooray. Colleagues, please stand. Please sit down. Ladies and gentlemen, now you have graduated. You have become part of the Unisa alumni. You are now part of the illustrious circle of excellence. Your responsibility is to contribute and help define tomorrow. There are many things you can do to help shape the future in service of humanity. You can become a tutor. You can continue your long life journey with the College of Graduate Studies and produce knowledge that will help our societies. And lastly, you can donate to the University of South Africa's Bursary Fund by using the online platform, unisa.ac.za, and go to the donate button. As a worthy graduate of this university, we are sure that you will realize the value of your diploma or degree and therefore wish to provide other deserving students with an opportunity to study further and become part of the Center of Excellence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after this announcement, I would like you to rise for the singing of the national anthem, the words of which are to be found on page 17 of the program, and to remain standing after the anthem to enable me to dissolve the congregation. You are also requested to remain standing while the academic procession leaves the hall. By virtue of the powers entrusted to me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of South Africa.